Hey, if you own a DJ business, I can show you with this template how to stay super organized with managing your clients, your events, your calendar, your business contacts, your price list, your to-do list, your mileage, inventory, your schedule, your income and expenses, your social media posts, and more. So this spreadsheet is available on my website at savvyandthriving.com. This works in Google Sheets and Excel. I'm going to show you how it works. It's really easy. So this is the client tracker. I would say this is to manage potential clients and a CRM of sorts. So what we're doing in any one of these cells is you're just going to be typing in, the names of the people. You've got address, phone, email. When did you contact them first? When did you contact them most recently? And is this a low or high priority client? Where did you find them? Email, website, social media. And have you contacted them? Are you waiting for them to respond back? Is there any to-dos? This is just a really great CRM. So next we've got your dashboard. This is just going to show you a quick overall of how much money have you received? How many events have you completed? What's the most popular package that you have? What events do you have coming up? So these things on the top are going to come in automatically from the event tracker. This part here, the events coming up, this is for you to manually type in just to kind of have an overview. You've got a 50th anniversary on the 10th. And then this will show you also how much money have you received by package name so that you can go, okay, which is my most popular package. So this is different than the basic package because this is showing the number of times that you've sold the basic package, but this here is showing that your standard package is actually making you the most money. Okay, on to events. This is going to be your main event tracking hub. So you'll put your client's name here. You'll put their, contact information. And what's the status of the package? Is it pending? Have they paid and signed? Is it confirmed? What's the package name? If there's a package name, how much is the price of the package? And if you don't want to do the package name, you can just say, event, whatever you want to call it. And then event location, is this going to be at someone's home? You can put their address or you can put the place. The event date, you're just choosing from the drop-down box, or you can actually just put in the date. What is your setup time? Have they signed forms? What date have they signed them? Is there a deposit amount required? Have you received it? What date did you receive the deposit? How much money have you received so far from them? So, the total price is $225. If you've received $90, it's going to tell you automatically how much they owe you. And then I also have some, check boxes of reminders. This is just great to remind your clients, hey, this is coming up. So this is like the first reminder, the 2 week before, the 1 week before, day before event, and then post event emails. You could also change this if you want to text. No big deal. And then feedback sent and received. So have you requested feedback? Have you received any feedback? Any notes about the client? Client was great. Anything you want to remember about them. And this at the top will show you how much you received and how many events you've completed. Next to the calendar, this is just an overview place. So you can take your items from the event tracker and put it on the calendar. You can put the name of the event, the client's name, what type of event is this? If have they purchased, a package or an item? What date is the party? What time does it start and end? Where's the venue? The stage? Are we in the initial planning process? Are we in, preparing? Is there a staff member that you're assigning to actually be there? So this is good if you're branching out and getting bigger, and any notes as well. Now, if there's any of these drop-down boxes that you don't like, the edit button here, you just click it, scroll down, and then change it to whatever you want to. You can change the colors as well, customize, and change them there. And if you wanted to add another item, you can. If you hit done, you're going to apply to all, and it will change anything in the drop-down box. Next is your business contacts. So if this is any suppliers that you're using, anybody that you want to remember to work with. So, this is a supplier company. What's their name? their contact information. What item are you buying from them? How many times have you ordered from them? Just to help you remember, okay, I use these people a lot. How much have you spent from them? And then what would you rate them? 4.5. That way you know, okay, I've spent a lot of money, but I like this company better. Any notes? This is a great price list. You can print this out. You can, save it as a PDF as well, and change this as well to whatever is on your pricing. And then your price as well. This is an invoice form. You can change this, choose a date, put their contact information in, and then what are they buying from you? And then there's a total. Here it's adding 7% taxes. Any additional fees you can add or not add, and then it adds up to grand total. You can also import in your logo as well to make it look more professional. We've got a to-do list here. This is high, medium, and low priority to-dos. So if we want to just put in, call client, what's the due date, and then is it complete? So as you complete the items, it will change in your pie chart. You've got a mileage tracker. This is great to help with tax purposes. So you just put in the date, party from home to the party. What was your odometer start? How many miles did you drive total? So just say I drove 100 miles. I think your reimbursement is 70 cents per mile. You might want to check that. This is going to say how much you're spending in mileage. Any parking fees and toll fees you can put in there as well. That's your total claim for everything. And then if you paid gas. So that way you can keep track of how much have you paid in gas, how much have you spent in mileage. This is perfect to give to your tax accountant. Okay, this is to track your inventory. So we've got drop-down boxes of equipment, miscellaneous, and supplies. Again, you can change that as you want. You'll put in the item, description, how many do you have, how much did it cost you, and then what's the value. And then this is also great to know, with how much inventory do I have, does that also helps with knowing your profit margin and things like that. How much have you invested in the company? How much have you actually made? We've got a bookkeeping dashboard here. This will tell you how much income, expenses, and total profit you've made for your company. If this happens not to be 2025 and you want to change it to 2026, you go up to the section here where it says FX, and then you change the year, hit enter, and it will change all of your year all the way down. You can see what months you made income. And if you put your mouse over it, you can see the income amount, expenses as well. How much have you spent on expenses, and then this will tell you your total profit margin. So this is your income and expense tracker sheet. This is going to be everything you're typing in, and then it will go into the dashboard. So you come in here and you put a date, you choose from the category, and so say it's supplies, this is going to be an expense, and then this is going to be supplies, tools needed. And then, so you'll put in, say you've spent $1,500, you spent $150 on tax, and so that is your net as well. This is your employee schedule, so you can choose if you have lots of employees working for you. You can put the employee name, what's the package that they're choosing, what location is it, and then what's the date of the party. What time is it gonna, the setup time, and then what time is the end time, and that way you can keep everybody on the same page. If you have staff that you're paying, this is a great place to put the timesheet. So we can say, what week are we starting off? So let's start with the new year, January 1st. It will automatically put the day of the week for you. So if you got a staff member, you'll say they're going to start at 11 a.m. and they're going to be done with at 10 p.m. and then they're going to clock back in at 11 p.m. and they're going to be done at 11 30 p.m. and it'll calculate the total hours. If they work more than 40 hours, it will tell you the amount of hours for overtime. And then if you have, let's say you're going to pay them, $20 an hour, it will calculate their total pay for the week. Actually, it'll calculate the total pay for 2 weeks for them. This is your social media post manager. So I use this personally to keep myself organized, to create my social media posts ahead of time. So you'll just put in the date of the post that you're planning on doing, and then you'll put in the title, and then let's say, fun photos from event. And then, you can plan this ahead of time, putting in your hashtags and everything else. And then if you want to even have another staff member to be posting this for you, you've got it all planned out. And then all they have to do is check it off when they've got each post completed. This last one is a marketing tracker. This is really great to track your campaigns. So we'll put in the campaign start date, end date, and then the platform, and then how much did you spend? How many, items did you advertise? Like how many posts did you advertise? How much impressions did you get? How many clicks did you get? How many conversions or sales did you get? How much revenue did you make? And then it'll tell you your cents per click, your click-through rate, your conversion rate, return on investment, ROAS, which is return on ad spend, and your status. So the higher the numbers of these, that means your item performed the best. Status, if this item is pending, active, or complete, or do you have it still running? And then, loved this one. That way you can keep track of which ads worked the best for you. So this is a very intense lot of things to track, but this is going to help keep you organized for your business so you can focus on doing what you do best. So if you need this sheet and you want it, it's available at savvyandthriving.com. Again, it's available in Google Sheets and Excel. Let me know if you have questions, and have a great day.